Hello, good afternoon. Today is the 9th of September 2021 and today I'm in here to do a live video. Which one in here on Facebook? I will make sure that this video is going to be published on my page on YouTube. Our baby was snatched. Right, my name is Yolanda Menino and I'm doing this video about Mark Kishon Christopher. Which one? He keeps speaking about Leon Edwards, the father of my son. Why I'm doing this video? Because I am a Portuguese woman and this man, Mark Kishon Christopher, he keeps doing videos against Leonardo Edwards. It's not just about being against Leonardo Edwards. It is because this man, I accepted this man to come inside of my life, to speak and to have thoughts about me, my relationship, and with Leon Edwards. And I really regret the day that I have met this man. Why? Because I interacted too much with this man. It is, I would say, a disgusting person. It is really a disgusting human being. And I will say why. Right. We have chosen even, can you believe, we even have chosen this man to be the godfather of my son Santiago. If you interact with this man, Mark Kishon Christopher, I really warn you guys, please just move away from that man, because good things will not happen to you. Seriously. Why I'm doing this? Right. When I met Leon Edwards, and let's start from the beginning, right? Just for you to have a serious idea what this man is. When I met Leon Edwards, Leon has said that Mark was a good man and was a good friend to him and has helped him many times. And Leon Edwards really made sure that I went to Mark Kishon Christopher house to meet him. And let me tell you that when this happened in Mark Kishon's house, I was not really sure if he said these things, but I only can tell you that I only have the courage to share this with Leon Edwards after they have taken my baby. Because I have never been sure that that man could have said such thing when I met him. So I was in a new relationship with Leon Edwards, and in one moment that I was alone with Mark Kishon Christopher on his living room, that man has asked me why I was going with Leon Edwards, that teeny tiny and slim boy, and why I was not going with him, a man. Man, when I heard that, I couldn't believe I was listening that, and I did not want to accept that that was the meaning. The meaning that I got was the meaning that you were saying. It couldn't be true. Because if Leon Edwards really liked that man, how on earth this friend on his back was saying to the new girlfriend, "Hi, I'm in here, why you don't go with me instead of going with that boy, slim boy?" That was really a red alert that I could have shared to Leon, but I really did not want to accept that that man was saying that. And even I think that if I share that with Leon, he would not believe that. So I just completely ignored that and I left that. That was really a true mistake, because I should have said that to Leon, and probably my life would have been completely different. And probably today even I would have my baby with me. I left that man to get into the middle between my relationship with me and Leon Edwards. I left this man to use Leon Edwards many times, to use his knowledge in MMS and to do seminars he has used Leon to do seminars. He has used Leon Edwards to do seminars. That's correct. Oh, another warning. When Leon asked Mark Kishon about the money from the seminars to go to Portugal traveling with me for holidays, that man got pissed off, because why on earth Leon Edwards was asking for the money that they were doing together for the seminars. But Mark Kishon never would accept that money would be shared in between Leon and Mark Kishon. But this is just small details that the signals, they were there. Anyway, I got pregnant. I left that man to be the godfather. And let me tell you, what happened, it was completely, when everything happened, when the social services, they were coming inside of the house of the doula. For the guys that you don't know, my baby was kidnapped by Southampton Social Service in UK in 2016 when my baby was 5 days old, okay? And if you are getting advice, experience from Mark Kishon, let me tell you something, what this man has done in my case. Let me tell you, after I got in contact with David Windmiller, let me tell you what happened after. And if you have not opened your eyes yet, I'm just in here to tell you that this man is disgusting. This man is disgusting. Right. What happened basically is that in the day that I am in Dola's house, when the social service, they come in, yeah, and the police comes in as well, I rang Mark Kishon Christopher. And I told him, Mark, this was about probably midnight. Mark, the social service, they are here. And guys, what this man said, what this man said on the phone was, and what do you want me to do? I'm like, seriously? Like, what the fuck? That's not what a friend says? If I rang someone to say that the social service, they are in here to take my son, are you really expecting the word and what? What do you want me to do? That's not a friend. That's really a fuck up guy in the head. He's not your friend. And he's not in there to help with no fucking business, man. He's in there just to take your money. And let me carry on, because there is much more. The social service took my baby to the hospital. And when I am in a hospital, let me tell you that I spent the New Year's Eve in Mark Kishon's house. When I got pregnant, I even asked his opinion. Should I have my baby in Portugal or in England? And he said, in England, because that's the language that we control. When I am in a hospital, I ask Leon, where is your friend? Why doesn't say nothing? Where is your friend? So I said to Leon, rang Mark Kishon Christopher. He rang him, and right next to Mark Kishon, he was the girlfriend, Susanna. And that woman, which one I met, which one I was pregnant in her house, which one I have private with, what she says right at that moment that my baby has been kidnapped, what she says on the phone, it was, what, Yolanda? Did you really expect that your boyfriend could sell MMS? Did you really expect that you could have your baby? Man, that woman, she had 9 months to share her concerns. She never did. She was the girlfriend of Mark Kishon Christopher, a man that supposedly was our friend. I knew about MMS. I knew that Leon was selling MMS, but I know that I am the mother of my son, and I know that my son belongs to me. And if it was any crime, which one it seems is not, because Leon has not been in prison for MMS, there is nothing in court for him to do MMS, because he doesn't do anymore. There is nothing in court for that case of MMS. So if it's not a crime, why I don't have my baby? Why my baby doesn't have a family? But that woman had 9 months to share her concerns because was girlfriend with Mark Kishon Christopher, the man that we chose to be the godfather of our son. But she never said anything. No concerns. And I went to their house many times. And I always thought if there is any issue, Leon is going to prison. I have never in a million years had thought that my baby was going to be taken from me. Never. Never. I have never heard about forced adoption. Never. Never. In a million years, I have never thought that my baby would be at risk. Otherwise, I would never get pregnant. In a world where forced adoption is accepted by the majority of the people, this place is sick. This place is sick. The people, they accept that children are taken from the families and put for adoption. And no one does nothing. No one says nothing. Nothing. But the issue is that this woman, for 9 months, she has never shared her concerns. So what I want to tell you is this. They are fucked up in the head. I was trusting on them in the friendship. And Leon was trusting on that man as a friendship. And after, this man is like doing papers. And because he's doing papers, I am paying for his rent because he doesn't do other things. So I could afford, because I was getting £3,000 in the private hospital. I had lots of money. And this man knew, because even he asked me how much was my salary on the back of Leon. Can you imagine this man asked me, had the audacity to ask me how much was my salary? And me, stupid, I told him. So, when everything happens and he is trying to help us with our baby, taking our baby from the social service, he's doing paperwork. And every time that paperwork has to get done, this and that, I'm paying for his rent. I am paying for his rent, guys. But obviously, because the social services, they are corrupt, nothing gets done. We asked for the help of David Windmiller. David Windmiller has done a quarantine and has done many other things. We got advice from him, we went to court and we did has his advice. But because the level of the corruption in the family court is so big that we did not get our baby back. I managed to do a protest in Portugal, and when I arrived in Portugal, there is a journalist, an English journalist, that she contacts me and says, Yolanda, if you go back to England, you are going to be arrested because of the exposure that you have been doing. So, because I'm not seeing my baby, I really fear for my life in England, and I fear that I get justice done by my hands. I don't go back. And can you imagine that after all of these, after David Windmiller did not manage to do this, what we wanted to get our baby back, Mark Kishon contacted us saying, I'm going to study in a condition that you guys, you have to pay me to pay the rent. And you know, I have to get paid for my work. So, just for you to have an idea, me and Leon, we don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. We don't have a job. We don't have savings because we spend all in transferring all the things from England to Portugal. We don't have nothing. And this man has the audacity to say, you guys, you pay me £3,000 and I'm going to study the things and I will pay my own rent with that money. And I promise I'm going to study to bring your baby back, and I'm going to put things in court and do this and do that. And this is the reason I am doing this video. Because the money has been paid. I paid the money. I had to ask money from my parents, and he knew that I didn't have money. I had to pay money from my parents. That money has been paid. And just not got paid more, or we stopped at 2,700 or something like that, or whatever it was. Because he said, don't pay more. Otherwise, I was going to get paid much more. Because when someone is promising he's going to study, he's going to do this, and is going to try to get your baby back, that's all you want. But my mum has told me, Yolanda, he knows that you guys don't have nothing. How does he expect that you're going to get money? And I know what my mum is saying. What my mum is saying is correct. He knows that we don't have nothing, but still he's asking for money. He's not asking for money just for the rent. He asked for a lot of money in advance. And let me tell you, we have asked for which papers have been put into court, and we do not know, we don't have knowledge, or not one single paper has been put into court. Not one single paper has been put into court. The reason I'm doing this video now is because David Windmiller knew after that I was struggling to pay my own rent, that I was sewing. I was asking when my sewing machine broke. I share with David Windmiller that I have asked 2 people to help me to get me a sewing machine so I could carry on doing sewing work and selling those things, pouches, tote bags, so I could pay my own rent. I did not want to depend on my parents. And David Windmiller, what he did, and that moment is recorded in video, is that he said to me and to Leon, not just to Leon, to me, he gave authorization to me and to Leon to sell his book. He gave authorization for us to sell his book. So, on this video, what I want to say is, Mark Kishon Christopher has been now on YouTube saying that Leon does not have authorization to sell the book. That's bollocks. That man is lying. And I'm in here to say, run away from that man. Run away from that man, because all that man wants is money. Because what he did to me is wrong. What he did to my own son is wrong. But what he did to Leon, it is much worse. Because Leon really had love for that man. Really liked that man. Really put that man right here. That's the reason why I'm doing this video. Because I'm not afraid of Mark Kishon Christopher. And I have the balls to say all in here. Mark Kishon Christopher, it is a disgusting creature. It is a disgusting creature. And I could say much more. Much more. A man that says that smells woman. A man that supposedly is in a relationship and actually sleeping with another woman. I saw it. shared a room. Like, it's disgusting. But it is not my own business. And like I learned with you, Mark Kishon Christopher, I mind my own business. And this video has been done now because Leon has told me that you have done more than one single video saying that Leon is lying, calling his names. That's enough. That is enough. Mark Kishon Christopher, it is a disgusting creature. Only cares for money. Probably it is a true psychopath because has no feelings. He has no feelings. Now, if you want to go and do a video about me, go and do it. But don't forget to put the link www.landamanina.com. Don't forget to do publicity to the book that I am selling and Leon is selling. And I'm just going to say much more. Just going to say one tiny thing more. I'm waiting for the karma. Motherfucker. I'm waiting for the karma. Because I have been seeing that several people that have done things to my own son has used me and I use my son. I'm just waiting for the karma. Motherfucker. Mark Kishon Christopher. Now, feel free to share this video and feel free to check the video where David Windmiller has allowed us to sell his own book. Now, if you want to buy the book, feel free. You can contact Leon Edwards. Thank you so much. And this was a moment of truth. It was in here, exploding, because I am a Portuguese woman. And men, this is the truth.